People think that they have a bunch of options because their Instagram told them so. Their phone is buzzing, their DMs are full. So they think, all these people want me. So why should I commit to anybody? That's where you start losing the grasp of reality. It's called the illusion of options. A bunch of people watching you, lusting over you, but they're not actually capable of loving you, respecting you, or choosing you seriously. How many of those people in your DM want you for you, would put in the effort into building a genuine connection? How many of those people, if you spoke to them on an in-depth level, give you some sort of substance? Your options become very limited once you actually get to know people and you realize this image and this facade that people portray is nothing worth keeping. Most people these days are not dating to build anything real. They are not moving with intention. They are dating to fill voids, to get over someone else, to feel validated, or to satisfy lust. What's glamorized today is having all these options, cheating, being a player. And I must say, none of that is honestly impressive. It's just a means of getting a rush. And I'm telling you, always feeling like you need to get a rush out of somebody is going to drain you more than anything. Somebody telling you that they don't know what they want. I don't know what I want out of this connection, but they want access to your body, your time, and your energy. And most of the time, they wouldn't even consider it dating. It's interesting enough. And tell me what kind of sense that really makes. If you are somebody who loves yourself, values yourself, and has emotional depth, involving yourself with those who will not be able to care for you is a waste of time and it really goes against your dignity. What? Do you know how cheap that is? Know how cheap that is for your worth as a person? Being reduced to a sneaky link is not something to be prideful of, because that's not worth nothing. And thinking that lust means love is a concept that you need to understand quickly. Some people can do casual things, and that's great. If you have the capacity, that's for you. But I'm talking to the real lovers right now. The reason why you feel so drained and empty when you deal with people who are just lustful over you is because they're not pouring into your soul. You can tell yourself, oh, this is nothing. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me. It affects you internally. And if you down bad for somebody like that, you need to get up. You can't control the way that your body feels, the way your mind feels, and your heart feels. You're going to feel dysregulated because you have all these emotions. Imagine being with someone who's actually thinking about you the same way you're thinking about them. That's the goal. That is something you should want to aim for. To want to be chosen by someone who's not choosing you, for someone who doesn't even have emotional maturity, emotional depth. As humans, no matter the gender, that's really important. People like to play games all the time and think that it's a flex. Like put it into actual terms. It's not cool. It's foolish, it's selfish, and it's immature. Love bombers and breadcrumbers are two in the same because the end result is just access. Somebody who's love bombing you is doing that so they can build familiarity and make you feel like you're worth something so they can get what they want. It's a manipulation tactic. That leads into breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbers are people who are cowardly. They are cowardly because they don't even have the integrity to be honest. So what they do is they come around here and there, just to keep that door cracked open. But every time they come through the door, best believe they're going to make you feel special and leave. And it gets to a point where there's no point. Don't even give people attention that are doing you like that. Because their intention, whether they know it or not, their intention is only benefiting them. I've got to the point in my life at this time, at my age, I don't want to be reduced to a piece when I'm the whole pie. And you should feel that way too. You are everything. If somebody cannot accept you for everything that you got going on, but they want a piece of you here, a piece of you there, tell them to peace out. Because that's not going nowhere and that's not going to align you with who you're supposed to be with. People do not want to put in effort, but yet they expect just this relationship to work. And how? With all relationships in your life, everything in your entire life, it takes effort. It takes maintenance. And there needs to be effort mutually. Thinking that having depth, showing someone your emotions, being open, being communicative with someone is doing too much. So people don't do nothing at all. Never feel like you're not good enough because somebody is not taking you seriously. Being chosen, you're not gonna feel confused because that person is going to show up for you. If you have to sit down here and go on TikTok and Google whether or not somebody likes you, then you having to do that in the first place is already giving you an answer. Even these dating shows are fake. Everything, all this relationship stuff y'all see online, a lot of it is curated. It's curated for shock value. It's curated to get you to have something to talk about and be in drama. A lot of people want to be loved purely, but people's minds have just become so warped to what the actual meaning was in the first place. It's better to stay single because when you'll know if somebody is worth it. And frankly, a lot of people are not. Choose what chooses you. Love yourself enough to the point where if someone is not loving you, appreciating you, or value you the way that you value and love yourself, then these encounters will be a disservice. If you surround your entire life doing things that are meaningless, building meaningless connections, not exploring the depth, not actually having someone in your corner, you're gonna feel lonely because your spirit is not being nurtured. Someone could want you physically, but spiritually, no. Because think of all of the traits and the values in the person that you want so bad. And you tell me, if somebody else was telling you the same story about how someone acts towards you, what would your reaction be? Crying over, being mad over someone who doesn't even have the traits of a person you would even choose long term. Save your heart, and I'll talk to you next time.